When you turn at traffic lights, there are a couple of ways that you can turn: offside to offside or near side to near side. Here is an example of turning near side to near side. The near side of our car is the left side, and it will turn next to the left side of the oncoming vehicle, also turning right. We turn before the halfway point of the junction, and it restricts our view slightly. This is an example of turning offside to offside. Offside to offside is the right side of our car that will pass next to the right side of the other oncoming vehicle. This time we turn past the other vehicle or past halfway. It usually is a safer way to turn because it gives us a better view. Some junctions are better suited to turn in one way or the other. This junction, for example, with the black taxi directly in front of us, is better suited to turn near side to near side. You always give way to oncoming traffic and wait when there is a suitable gap for you to cross traffic. Sometimes that means waiting for quite a while. Make sure you always cross traffic safely. Here is an example of a green filter arrow. These green filter arrows, if they're displayed on this light, you can see the one over to the right, gives us the priority to turn. The oncoming traffic shouldn't be moving. Here is another example of a filter arrow. This time, as we pass the stop line of the lights and get into the junction, the filter arrow disappears. You still have enough time to clear, but always be prepared to give way to oncoming traffic. Even when there are no cars in the junction, you still should take up a proper offside to offside or near side to near side position. If any of the oncoming vehicles decide they want to turn right, they still would know exactly what's going on. Notice the position is set up to turn again before the midpoint or halfway point of the junction. Here's the same junction at a different time. Always remember you give way to oncoming traffic and always be ready for people that jump red lights from the opposite side. The same junction again. We're set up to do a near side to near side turn, and the lady in the red car decides she wants to turn offside to offside. She shouldn't do this. She should have copied us in the middle of the junction. However, we were still able to change our mind and negotiate the junction safely. Always be prepared to give way to oncoming traffic. However, some junctions you'll see the traffic from the other side slow down and stop. Continue with care. Sometimes you won't have enough room to clear the junction. Do not go past the stop line of the traffic lights if you feel as though you cannot clear. Even if others do this in front. Here's the same sort of situation. We can't be sure we're going to clear, so we're going to wait behind the line. Luckily the lights change. The van should have done the same as us, and as you can see, two cars in front of it are able to clear, and now the van's stuck. Again, a similar situation, but this time with a much better view of the oncoming traffic, we are able to plan when the cars in the middle of the junction in front of us are going to be able to clear, and we can follow them nicely into the middle of the junction. Remember, always give way to oncoming traffic. Finally, if you are in the middle of a junction, when lights change, you need to try and clear the junction. Make sure it's 100% safe, but try and clear briskly.